highlighting the best in our area. Southern Colorado Life with Ryan Nelson.
Hello, Southern Colorado. My name is Ryan Nelson, the host of Southern Colorado Life. And today we're stepping outside of the studio and visiting a barn here in Southern Colorado that is so unique. It's my first time around alpacas, and I wish I could tell you all about them and all their names, but we should probably talk to their owner. What's your name? What about you? What's your name? Yeah, let's talk. Let's check it out. Before we get started with all of the fun, we're here at our Red Barn Ranch. Yeah, it's just a tongue twister, but again, so much fun. We're here with Chris. He's the owner. How are you today?
I'm good. Really good. A little nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. You know this place like the back of your hand. There's so much to do here. When did you get started, first and foremost?
Well, we've been raising alpacas for 22 years. So in 2018, we started looking and found this place and moved the alpacas out here. And since we've been out here, we've expanded the alpacas and horses and chickens and Angora goats. So it's been a work in progress.
You all now have tours. Can we talk about that?
Yes. When we moved out here, that was our original plan. And then COVID hit in 2020, kind of set everybody back for a year or so. So we built on that and got involved with the Colorado State Tourism Board and learned more about agritourism and to draw people to the ranch to help with offsetting the expenses.
Right. What's been some of your more memorable tours that you've given to folks?
Gosh. I have a group that comes out here at least once a year. It's a developmentally disabled group. And they have so much fun because the alpacas are very intuitive and very tactile. So our guests get to get their hands on the alpacas and feel them and just really do that. We've also had visitors from all over the world, Australia, Sweden, Switzerland, Germany, that they end up out here and they just want to come see life on the plains of Colorado.
There's barns and ranches all over Colorado, but what would you say makes yours different?
Because I spend so much time with my animals, they're so much sweeter. They're not afraid of people per se. I've got one girl that I actually take her into nursing homes and hospice centers because I bottle fed her for 6 months, and so I am her herd. I can take her by herself. Yeah. We shear every year, and typically we shear on Memorial Weekend because we'll shear here, and then Sunday we go over and help another lady shear her herd, and then Monday we finish up our llamas and Angora goats here. So we always do it on Memorial Weekend. So you guys are out at a good time. You get to see them in full fleece. Next week, you won't even recognize them.
Well, it sounds like we came at the right time. You're going to be shearing soon, but we get to see the before, and then I'm sure we'll come back and possibly see the after as well.
That would be awesome.
All right, so let's head to our first station.
Okay. I'm going to walk down and get the girls and bring up the alpacas, a llama, and I've got 3 Angora goats. They're usually good about coming in when I call them, but they're really enjoying the green grass right now, so we'll just see how it goes. Come on, girls! Come here, come on. Hey, kids. Hey, how are you? I'm just out of trouble. Okay, so we have 2 different types of alpacas. The fuzzy teddy bear looking ones are Wakaya, and then the ones that their fiber grows out more in dreadlocks, if you will, those are a Surrey. And Surreys only make up about 3% of the world herd. Okay, now we're gonna go down and meet the horses and ponies. So we also have horses at our Red Barn Ranch. These are our two main riding horses. That is Fritz. This is Maverick. Maverick is my wife's horse. Fritz is mine. They've both been through a lot of training. He's actually going off for another 30 days training in June. My wife was always scared to death of horses, but when our friends moved to Florida, they were gonna put him back in a rescue. And he's had so much training. I loved him. I would take care of him when they were gone. And so I got him, and my wife said, I don't want just one riding horse. So then I went and found Fritz and Mouse. Mouse is good. He's getting older, so we use him to teach the smaller children. He's good under saddle, and he's as quiet as a mouse. So he's our very beginner horse. These guys are a lot more advanced. And then the ponies were a rescue situation. And when we got him, this is Napoleon. He has his name because he can't have an attitude, don't you? But when we got him, his hooves were so overgrown, they looked like elf shoes. And it took several months working with the farrier to get his feet trimmed down to where he's normally walking. And then this little filly right here, his Spirit, she was at the same place, and she'd had a halter on her so long she's actually scarred because they never took the halter off of her. They're both very sweet, and when people come out, we explain, the difference between ponies and horses and what ponies were developed for. We explain where horses originated and how they were, domesticated over time. He's like a big puppy. We do offer horseback riding and training. We'll teach, and it's usually with the younger children. We'll teach them how to brush the horse out to make sure that there's no hay on them before they put the saddle blanket on them. We explain the importance of that, and they learn, the big thing that they learn about safety around horses, not to get behind them. So we'll actually do the tour in here because it's in a round pen, it's controlled. My wife and I will ride them all over the pasture, but I won't take beginner riders out that far. It's just too dangerous. And everybody that comes out that rides horses, they all wear a helmet, they have to sign a waiver. They can schedule online at our redbarnranch.com. There's different packages in there. And if they want something a little more unique, we've had birthday parties out here, graduation parties. There's a way for them to contact me and tell me what their specific needs are, and we do everything we can to accommodate that and make it their day. These are livestock guardian dogs. This specific breed, these are Maremmas, often confused with Great Pyrenees. The Maremmas are the Italian version of Great Pyrenees. Their sole purpose is to protect all the livestock from predators. We have coyotes in the area. We've got a mountain lion patrolling the area. They'll even protect the chickens from some of the prairie hawks that we get. If they see a hawk flying around, the dogs will kind of go with the chickens and follow the path of that hawk. So these are our two females. This is our old girl. She's 9 years old. Viola, that just got bored with me and left, is 3. We have 5 out here all total, and they all have their own personality. Indy lives back with the boys. He does not get along with his mom or his dad. His sisters can go back there and play with him, but his sole job is to keep the boys from being boys, because they get out there and running and screaming and fighting, and he will separate them, figure out who the aggressor is, and separate him and run him around and just wear him out. So he stays back with the boys. The others, they have full patrol of the 40 acres, And if there's something around, the dogs will kind of split up and I can hear them in different points. So they're a great breed. So this is the fancy fiber farm stand. So after we raise and care for the alpacas for a year, then we shear them, we'll skirt the fleece, which we'll go look at in a minute. Then we'll send a lot of the fiber in to be processed into yarn and different roving. My wife will actually hand spin some yarn. She has her favorite animals, so she'll clean that and card it and then spin it. That's her therapy. We used to travel a lot to different shows and events, and it just got to be expensive, and you pay the booth fees, and you may or may not sell anything. And we decided we've got our products right here. It's on the farm, so it's very relevant to our visitors. The only thing we really sell online are the socks. The socks are made here in the US with American alpaca fiber. The clothing is all imported from South America. They have enough animals and they have the textile mills. So that's why we have the clothing here. And they all fit different. They can be try on 3 mediums and they're all gonna fit different. So we don't sell any of the clothing other than the socks online. Well, some of it, I mean, that's kind of her winter project. That's her winter therapy when it's too cold to do anything outside. So she'll card it and clean it up. And then she'll sit there and spin. She still has her full-time job, so she works on it a little bit in the evening, and it may take her 2 weeks or 2 months to spin up a skein of yarn. So this is the fiber studio, and this is a raw fleece. This is all from one alpaca. This is what we call a rose gray. So after the animal's sheared, then we collect that fleece and put it in, it's called noodling. So we'll wrap it in landscape fabric, store it until we're ready to process it. When we roll it out, we'll bring it out and we'll put it on a table like this so that the dirt falls through. If we're gonna send this fleece to a processor, they charge us by the ingoing weight. So we have to pull all this vegetable matter out because we're gonna get charged for that weight. So we want it as clean as possible. And then they will spin it up into the yarn and roving that we've seen in the fancy fiber farm stand. Back here we have it's a wet felting machine. So we'll take the roving. My wife will design scarves, things like that. She'll run it through the wet felting machine to save on her elbows. She used to do them all by hand. And then behind me is a needle felting machine that it does the same thing with the fiber, but it's just, I think there's 250 needles in that, and it just interlocks the fiber. And then my wife is an artist. She loves to paint. That's her other therapy, if you will. So that's what we do in her fiber studio.
Wow, today was a long day of work. As you can see, I feel the same way. And truthfully, I'm ready to take a nap myself. You want to watch more episodes of Southern Colorado Life? Head to KKTV.com. Right at the top, it'll say Southern Colorado Life. You'll see all the episodes there. Looks like I need to find me a pillow, and I'll see you all next time.
Highlighting the best in our area, Southern Colorado Life with Ryan Nelson.